This week we are observing Holy Week. This whole week commemorates Jesus going to the cross to die for the sins of humankind. We observe this week and call it Holy Week to remember the finished work on the cross. It means that sin is defeated once and for all. Even if people sinned today, they could ask Jesus for forgiveness by turning to him for help. So today we will examine the story of the cross by asking a common question. Why did Jesus have to die? Ever since the world was created, God has revealed himself through his beautiful creations. When we look out into the vast ocean or stare into the night sky, we cannot help but wonder, is there a God who created everything? While it is obvious to some that God did create this beautiful world, he doesn't keep us guessing. In the Old Testament, God sends his messengers, people to speak on God's behalf so that people may come to know him. But while some people listened, most of them rejected God by going their own way. This is why the prophet Isaiah says, "All we like sheep have gone astray, we have turned everyone to his own way." And this demonstrates that no matter how good someone may seem, we all fall short of God's goodness. And this is true of the disciple Peter. Throughout his time with Jesus, Peter's career as a student of Jesus seemed promising. He followed his teacher wherever he went and even promised Jesus that he would die with him. He even tries to defend Jesus with his sword when he gets arrested, but eventually, even he denies Jesus and runs away. Now, sin wouldn't be so bad if there were no consequences, but we understand that sin separates us from the source of life and ultimately destroys our lives. One of the criminals who was crucified with Jesus understood this. He said, "And we deserve to die because we are receiving the penalty for what we have done." This is why Romans 6:23 says, "The wages of sin is death." However, in the climax of the Gospels, it is not a criminal but Jesus who dies the sinner's death. Rather than releasing Jesus, who was innocent, the people decided to release a murderer instead. And when the soldiers crucified Jesus, they laughed at him and said, "Look, this king can't even save himself." But Jesus, instead of bringing judgment, prays for them even as he hung on the cross. He says, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And this is why Paul says in Romans, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." So Jesus offered himself up as a free gift to be received by humanity, so that whoever receives him will not have to face death, but will have everlasting life.